Hello everyone. So today I wanted to speak on emotional intelligence. So when we study emotional intelligence and when we have discussions in forums and do sessions, one of the question that comes up every time is about discussing of one of the emotion in particular, and that emotion is the emotion of anger. Everybody wants to know, how can we control anger? How can we, if we cannot control our anger, then how can we control the display of our anger? How can we ensure that we do not get bothered away? So that's what we shall I shall be taking you. I shall share my perspective, whatever little study I have done about emotions, or in a process of doing studies on emotional intelligence and all. So one of the core topic in emotional intelligence is about anger management, which simply means that one of the suggestive options, how you can not control your anger, but how you can choose your reaction to that anger, talks about to maintain a trigger tracker. So what does that simply means is that, for example, let's say we know we have to identify the triggers of our anger, right? So for example, let's say if I get triggered by a trigger, which is that my wife she disturbs me in the morning and compels me to go for a morning walk. So this I realize, so just an example, so I realize that this is one of the triggers that I get angry, and I show my anger that why someone is disturbing me in the morning hours in between my sleep. So that becomes my trigger. Now, emotional intelligence, one of the suggestive ways shall be that they will tell you to write down your trigger, that my wife disturbs me in the morning to go for a morning walk, and they will tell you to recalibrate your thought, which simply means that till now you were thinking this as a trigger for your anger, but now you start to recalibrate your thought in a way that why your wife compels you to go for a morning walk in the morning, in the early morning, because she cares for you and she wants you to stay healthy. So the emotion of cares comes. So when you have that recalibration of thought, that trigger will no more make you in an angry stage, right? Because next time when your wife will wake you up in the morning to go for a morning walk, you will again have that recalibrated thought, oh, because she cares for me, that's why she's worried about my health, and that's the reason she is telling me to go for a morning walk. So it's no point in showing my anger here. So that is one way the emotional intelligence talks about, that how you can likewise you can have so many triggers in your life, you become angry. So the thought is that you recalibrate, you list down those triggers, recalibrate the thoughts in the brain, so that next time those triggers occur, you should not be in an angry state. So that is one of the suggestive ways. However, one observation that I wanted to share with you, that I quite see at workplace, in relationships, in offices, and in personal at home as well, is the moment when you let others know your triggers. So what I mean by this is that, let's say at office, someone sends you a nasty email or calls you or texts you, and you react in a very, you show your anger all over. And same thing happens at home as well. So for example, your distant relation or somebody in your relationship will send you a WhatsApp or any text or call you, and you become angry, and so those become your triggers. The worst part is that the person who is doing all this adventure to of sending you a nasty email or a message or a WhatsApp in your personal life, in your relationship, either at work or home, comes to know that the person whom I have sent the nasty email, call or text has become angry. So that person has come to know that, oh, he gets triggered the moment I send a mail. So that is something very, very critical. So in a nutshell, that person is deciding how you will react emotionally, by ensuring that that person need not to be present physically there. Just 2 lines of nasty email, or maybe nasty or just 2 lines of email, a call or a message can do the magic. And that is what a very worrisome behavior. So always ensure that, well, it's easier said than done, because whenever you are in a situation like this, the and the amygdala hijack happens, you get into that reactive mode. But try to take a pause, don't react. And that's what, to ensure that no one should know that, oh, okay, so I have the remote control of this person's emotions with me. I will decide how this person's evening will look like. So many a times, I hear this conversation on a Friday evening or a Saturday on a weekend that, my boss has spoiled the evening for me, or my boss has spoiled the weekend for me. And the same behavior happens in personal relationships as well. So the way you keep your OTP safe, the same way let's keep our triggers safe, and not allow anyone to know that someone has the remote control of our emotions. The way you respond, it's not that you should not respond to a nasty email, call or a WhatsApp, but the time and place and how much you will respond should be your choosing and not someone else choosing. So I think that's what the point is. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, do share with your friends. Subscribe if you feel connected. Thank you, and you guys take care of yourself. Thank you very much.